Shalom Akim, Kahalayim La Yahabashim Yashab Bashim Kudash. And double honors to the great and apostles, thought Yahshua for the strength in order to make this video. And Yartazar they find it edifying and exhorting as well, man. But this is I've been relatively recently, 30th of August. But yeah, as it says here from the Patrick Bet David podcast, it says sold their soul to the devil. Lil Nas X's disturbing behavior shocks fans. As I named the video, there's a cost for left-hand side commitment as well. The same way they gotta sell their soul on the left-hand side, it comes at a cost if you can't keep up with it, man. Same way of which if the Most High makes a person get kicked out of this truth, and their minds can't really keep up with the pace, with the Harcha Kodash, then of course there's a cost to both. There's a cost to both sides. That's the point. You're not diligent on the left hand side, you bug out here. You're not diligent on the right hand side, you bug out there as well. You get more demons upon you. So I'm gonna play a little bit of this. Yaratazar, I'll link it in the description. Yaratazar, remember. So let's get on with it.
Little Nas X. Rob, if you want to pull up this clip, I don't even know. I guess we have to show the clip for it to make sense. So this guy is, look, before you watch it, he's in his white, I don't even know what that is. So let me just kind of read it to you. Vinny was like, sent emails, can we please cover this? Twice we did not. So I'm only doing this because Vinny really wants to cover this story because it has a lot to do with the economy and politics. But let me just set it up and then I'll give it to you. Little Nas X, whose real name is Montero Lamar Hill, was released from jail Monday after posting $75,000 bill following his arrest on Thursday in Studio City, California, where he was seen walking naked down Ventura Avenue, apparently at 4 o'clock in the morning, leading to a confrontation where police used a taser to subdue him. As reported by TMZ, he was charged with four felony counts, including 3 counts of battery with injury on a police officer and 1 count of resisting an executive officer with a criminal complaint stating he did unlawfully use force and violence and inflict an injury on 3 officers he reasonably should have known were peace officers performing their duties. LA County District Attorney Nathan Hochman, no relation to October Girl, stated attacking police officers is more than just a crime against those individuals, but a direct threat to public safety, emphasizing that anyone who assaults law enforcement will face serious consequences. The 26-year-old rapper, known for his 2018 Old Town Road, pleaded not guilty during his arraignment Monday. Vinny, tell us. Do you want to first show this clip?
Well, yeah, this is it. And mind you, Pat, you know where this is. This is Ventura Boulevard. You know exactly where this is. Can we, by the way, and they claim that he OD'd on drugs. Show this.
From your deal closing to your racket smashing eras, with Vinted's new categories, you can now sell all the items they
claim that he OD'd on drugs. Show this.
Hey, don't be late to the party tonight.
Where at?
You know where it's at. No,
in
go
my
ahead,
pants.
babe. No.
This is what I do.
No. Go ahead, babe. No. Didn't I tell you to put the phone down?
Like, oh my goodness.
Uh-oh, somebody's gonna have to pay for that.
You know exactly where this is.
This is Ventura.
This is Ventura.
4 o'clock in the morning.
And that's hell.
Fast forward, Rob. Okay, fast forward.
It's a wrap for him, man. It's a wrap for him. That's what I gotta say. How about Shim Yashai, man? He's the one that put the demons on this guy in the first place. Anyways, man. To be fair, you could already see the signs of him selling out since he made that one darn music video of him, of course, twerking on Satan, of course, the representative of it. So that guy was already lost, anyways, man. He was already lost. When you go up there, you wanna get that fame, it comes at a darn cost. Them quick riches, that fame. Up there in Hollywood, in the acting industry, in the music industry, it has a cost, man. It takes the soul. You start to commit to bullshit. You gotta do certain shit out there. certain sacrifices, and the higher you go. And if you can't keep up with it, these things happen. And here's what precept. So Mark 8 and verse read key part is verse, I read verse 34 to 36. Mark 8 verse 34. And when he had called the people unto him with his disciples also, he said unto them, whosoever will come after me, and if they want to have the commitment on the right hand side to Yahushua, by the way, whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. So of course the things and afflictions and sufferings that we got to go through on the right hand side, of course it's for a worthy glory. That's why we got to pay the cost, we got to pay the price. So it says, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me, man. So of course in that time, I say in that time, because really the ultimate form of letting things go will be when the MOTB comes. That's the ultimate test to see, okay, are you really going to deny yourself? Are you going to deny the possessions of the world? Even in this truth right now, you still got to deny yourself too, man, because even those basic things such as New Year's Eve, those celebrations that you used to have with your family, so-called friends going out with worldly festivals and celebrations, all that you got to deny, to commit to Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. So that's all about commitment on the right hand side, which obviously is a worthy commitment, a worthy long-term investment. For those who commit on the left hand side, it's a foolish act, and really you could liken it as a short-term investment because it's all unto vanity and vexation of spirit. Verse 35, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it. These celebrities of whom are trying to save their lives with their so-called riches, selling out to Esau, Edom, doing all sorts of atrocities and abominations, behind the scenes. It says, that's them trying to save their life as well, man. It says, but whosoever shall lose their life for my sake and the gospel's, the same shall save it. And that will literally happen as well. The time where the MOTB comes, that will be a literal test for Akim, where, are you going to die for your house, or are you going to sell out to Esau? That'll be the final exam. That'll be the ultimate formula. It says, but whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's, the same shall save it. So of course, this lifetime that we have right now is temporary, man. So really we see it as just again, a temporary tool or a temporary thing that we use, man. Of course, we look after our vessel. Don't mean that we don't take care of our vessel. We don't take care of our responsibilities. No, we take care of our responsibilities, but we know in mind that all of this will be lost. So whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel, and when I say all of this shall be lost, I'm talking about Esau's kingdom and whatever possessions that brothers may hold within Esau's kingdom, man. From the smallest thing like a phone, PlayStation, to the biggest thing like a house or a car, or maybe something even bigger, man, like your well-being, your livelihood, job, business, so on. All of that is only to be used for a temporary time. So it says, but whosoever shall lose his life for my sake, for Yahushua's sake and the gospels, the true teaching, the true understanding of the scriptures, the Bible, the same shall save it. But what shall it profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation. Of course, this guy was a sinful guy.
Okay, fast forward.
Bugged out, man, bugged out. So a sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he cometh in the glory of his Father with the holy angels, man. So of course the point is not to be ashamed of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Hence why we make these videos, in confidence that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is protecting us, and also he's guiding our words as we speak it too. So again, key part verse 36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul, man? When you go against your strong moral principles, your integrity, you're finished. Which our integrity is based upon the scriptures, man. Well, not this guy here.
Okay, fast forward.
You know that's California Pizza Kitchen.
Wow.
It's right
Man,
there.
that's a man right
But
there.
no, fast forward, Rob.
Boom.
Is
Oh,
there
there he
anything-
goes.
Everything looks normal to me,
Boom.
except he's not in a crosswalk.
Nothing crazy, Pat. He's actually having
Nothing
So,
unusual.
do we see cops actually get in a police?
no fighting, none of that. But there is a video, Rob. If you could find the aftermath.
Why was he arrested?
Just first of all, well, they said he was ODing, but guess what?
Is this him?
Yeah, this is. And like Pat, just look at the spiritual. Like, look where he's at. Could show this clip. This is after jail.
Your girl is gonna be okay, you all.
Your girl, okay?
Oh, Jesus.
Watch. Look at where he's at.
Okay. She's gonna be all right. She's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Look.
Shit.
Look at him, Tom. He's lost.
That was fucking terrifying.
Look, Tom.
That was terrifying.
Yeah, look at his eyes, bro.
That was a terrifying last 4 days.
Yeah, the guy's finished, man. You know, this is what this is. Let's get another preset, man. The guy is finitoed. Finitoed. So, Luke 11 and verse 24. Let me read this. This is what happens when left-hand side people aren't diligent on their bullshit. Which really, that diligence is in vain. So Luke 11 and 24, when the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and finding none, he saith, I will return unto my house whence I came out. So that's talking about, you know, demonic spirit. You know, the kingdom cannot stand much longer, man. You know, one of the brothers, you know, uploaded a video there. It says, when the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest and finding none. He saith, I will return unto my house, hence I came out. You know, so of course, you know, a demon goes out, and, you know, the demon expects to come back again. And then this is what happens. So, remember, the house, as you can see, as the host, the vessel, the physical body. That's what the house metaphorically means. So verse 25, and when he cometh, he findeth it swept and garnished, man. This is what happens when you enter into the truth, you know, and then those demons get cleared off. This is also what happens with you know, when you pray and fast as well. You know, that's cleaning off demons from you too. You know, that as well aids in Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. Well, really, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua increases your protection as you also keep it clean as well. So verse 26, then goeth he, because of course we're made clean by the truth of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. When Yahshua gets us into this truth, you know, gives us this opportunity that we have, you know, and the artists are that we endure to the end. That's us clean, man. Cleaned from all these demonic possessions that we didn't know of whilst being in the world. Verse 26, then goeth he and taketh to him 7 other spirits, more wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there, and the last state of the man is worse than the first. Now that is really reference to the right hand side, you know, for those of us in this truth. For those who drop out of the truth, they're more subject to demons. You know, hence why we got to fear Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, man. You know, it ain't some light thing that we have here. We got the names Yahweh Yahushua. You know, we got the power of Harachah Kodash. We got the trust of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And of course, we ought not to use that in vain, man. Now, for those on the left-hand side, you know, committing to Satan, even that has a cost as well, as you can see here. You know, his last state is worse than his flipping former state, man, when he was, you know, enjoying himself, you know, being at the top of the music industry during that time when I was releasing those music videos. You know, and then as soon as he released that video, man, it was a done-out case. It was a done deal. You know, so 7 more spirits really entered him, you know, and then Satan's under the Most High anyway. Satan's under Yahweh. So of course Satan would have sent more demons on him, man, because Yahweh ordained it, since he wasn't diligent on the left-hand side. So again, left and right, they both have their costs, man. Especially even the left also. That's really why I'm making this video.
Last 4
A cost for a lack of diligence, a cost for not you know, being a servant unto Yahweh Hashem Yahshua.
days. But your girl is gonna be all right.
Something tells me that when he went...
He's bugged out. He's bugged out. He said, you know, your girl's gonna be alright. No. You can clearly see he's not reasoning. He's not reasoning. You know, demons on him, man. You can clearly see he's not in his right mind, as people say.
Jail, he dropped the soap on purpose.
Well, here's...
Last 4 days. But your girl is going to be all right.
Something tells me that when he went to jail, he dropped the soap on purpose.
Well, here's my
Multiple
thing.
times.
Guys, and listen, I don't judge. I'm just my opinion, Tom. I know we were talking about the spirituality
I'm not
thing, which
wrong.
I want you to piggyback on, but that's not drugs.
Piggyback, was that
Tom,
a word
Adam, can I
intentional?
please finish the damn
I'm just
story?
really excited about this girl.
This isn't drugs. This is, by the way, I've been on drugs before. Nothing made me want to get in my underwear and white boots and go on Ventura.
Yeah, but you're not flaming homosexual.
No, I understand,
Vinny.
but Pat, that's not...
You're under the cover.
That's not drugs. That's something deeper.
They think they're under the cover, which they're talking about the covering of so-called Jesus Christ, which that idol is going to be made known in that day that it was simply an idol, you know, nothing to reverence, nothing worth reverencing, nothing. It had no power, and the weakness of that name will be made known. You know, but the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that will be magnified, not this idol's name, Jesus Christ. But yeah, let's get another precept here. You know, we're going to close out soon as well. 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians, let's see, 6 and 9. It says, know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind. So, you know, those guys in the PBD podcast, you know, them calling themselves Christians, you know, it's really they're not. They don't follow Yahushua. You know, they're really idolaters, man. You know, and what does it say? It says no effeminate, and of course, you know, that's the way Lil Nas X was acting. He was acting effeminate, so he ain't really going. He ain't going to inherit the kingdom of the Most High, man. The Most High is far from these type of people, these spirits, these vessels. So no thieves, no covetous, no drunkards, no revilers, no extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of the Most High. You know, so, and such were some of ye, but ye are washed. So of course, you know, being in the world, some of us were in that state of wickedness, man. And I ain't just talking about this lifetime. You don't know what you did in your past lifetime, man. And that's why you gotta thank Yahweh Shem Yahushua for the mercy that's had upon you and for bringing you into this truth, because it actually gives you a peace of mind as well. You know, knowing that you got Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the high, the Allah Shaddai, you know, demon-like power, you know, power almighty, you know, in support of you, man. You know, so that's why we shouldn't just throw away the trust that we have in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And of course, Yahushua made a sacrifice as well, which of course protects us, you know, from all these other demons. So 1 Corinthians 6 and 11, and such were some of ye, but ye are washed, but ye are sanctified, but ye are justified in the name of the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, and by the Spirit of our power, man, Harakah Kodash. So let's get one more precept, then I'm gonna let the video play a little bit, and then I'm gonna end it. John 4 and 8, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. And this is a reflection of that.
Yeah, but Pat, that's not...
You're under the cover.
That's not drugs. That's something deeper. And a lot of people say when you get to the
deeper,
industry,
right.
You sell your soul. Adam, I don't want to say the name. We talked to a guy that said to us, Pat, by the way, this guy wasn't a Christian. He was at a house party, very talented guy, and he saw things, and he admitted to me, he looked like he saw a ghost, and he goes, this made me become a Christian. And remember, guys, let's do a little backstory. This is the same guy that teamed up with CHF. Remember they made the Satan shoes? They were altered Nike Air Max 97s. They had a bronze pentagram, inverted cross. Do you remember these?
Yeah.
Red accents. And guess what? They only made 666.
Yeah, you see? You see, as soon as you see, yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. As soon as Akif saw, and this was some years ago, you already knew it was a wrap as soon as you saw this as well, man. Damn.
CHF. Remember they made the Satan shoes? They were altered Nike Air Max 97s. They had a bronze pentagram, inverted cross. Do you remember these?
Yeah.
Red accents. And guess what? They only made 666 pairs. 666 pairs.
Well, remember, this was a fact check this.
They got sued. They got sued. Nike had nothing to do with this.
Oh, yeah.
Nike had nothing to do with this. They sued. They took it down and they forced. And by the way, they had a drop of human blood in it. Okay. And at the same time, he released that music video, Montero, which he pole danced from hell, gave the devil a lap dance, snapped his neck, and then took his throne. And I know I mentioned this earlier in the week when we're talking about the fight, the battle. It's not flesh and blood. This is Ephesians, Pat. But Galatians 6:7 says, do not be deceived. God is not to be mocked. For whatever one sows, one will reap. Okay, and this is what the industry does. They sold us on this. And Luke, what's that? Luke 10:18. Tom, could you read it? What does it say?
Luke 10:18. I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven as he was banished.
And guys, a lot of people go, oh, you're just...
Yeah, man, that's really the point right there, man. So... that's the point right there. It's really Satan works through these Edomites predominantly. But of course, Jake can be seen as the footman for Satan as well, because they've sold themselves onto the left-hand side, man, which again goes into just worshipping Satan instead of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So I'll end it off there. I'll link the rest of the video in the description. And yeah, man, that's the video. So Shalom, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Barakatah, Kah Halayim La Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashar HaKudash. Once more, double honest to the great Muslim apostles. Shalom.